Hello, greetings to you wherever you are watching me from, and I trust you are doing great. I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning back in. And if you have come across my channel for the first time, I wholeheartedly welcome you to my YouTube channel. As usual, my name is Oluwakemi Osege, and I'm always excited to share with you behind the scenes recordings of my beautiful creations. So, this one, I'm going to be showing you how I carve my numbers cake, and I'm using this number 30 cake as a cake study, or should I say case study. So this video is going to be concentrated only on the carving process and the filling of the buttercream, and there will be other parts in the series, because I recorded the process from the carving to the finishing of the cake. So please stay tuned for the remaining parts of the recording. So to start with, as you've seen earlier, my cakes are already baked. I've baked 6 layers of 9 inches round cakes and 3 layers of 7 inches square cakes. And what I'm doing presently, I am preparing my cake for a decoration. And how do I prepare my cake for a decoration? I simply lightly scrape off the caramelized segments of my cake at the top and at the bottom, and then using the same carving knife to level my cake to my desired level. As you saw, I've already done it on the round cakes, and I'm now doing it on the square cakes. So I have now finished with the preparation of my cake. I have a recording on this channel actually where I show what I do to my cake cut-ups, so I do not throw them away. So at this point in time, I'm now using my tools to carve out my numbers. I'm starting first of all to carving out circles from the center of all of my 9 inches round cakes, because all of them are going to be utilized to carve into number 3 and number 0. So I think and what I'm using is the 2 inches stainless steel circle cutter. That's what I'm using to cut out the circle from the center, and of course I'm using my long ruler. So all these items have already been sterilized, and cleaned for the purpose. They were all purchased for this purpose. So before and after usage, they're all cleaned and sterilized for the purpose, including my tape measure. So I've now proceeded to first of all carving out my number 3. For this process, I'm using my tape roll or tape measure. I've simply measured 4 inches on the outer layer of my circle, and then 3 inches of the inner layer, and then carved out in angle like that, like so, as you've seen. I've done that for the first set of 2 9 inches round cakes. I've then now proceeded to the second set of 2 9 inches round cake. So are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? If not, this is a perfect time for you to do so. Just subscribe. Just a simple action. It's free to do so. And don't forget to click that notification bell, as this will alert you whenever I upload a new video. So again, in order to progress with my number 3, I have now proceeded to carving a folder, because I need to make those moon, they are now moon shapes now. Make sure they are carved in a way that they merge together seamlessly. So in order to achieve that, I've simply carved out an angle from the edges of both moon sizes. So as you saw, I've now seamlessly merged them together to make a perfect 3. And you saw earlier, I'm using my ruler, to make sure that my merged 3 does not go beyond my cake drum. It's not too large. In fact, this cake was a very large cake. They both struggle to sit on a 20 inches round cake drum. Yes, they struggle to sit comfortably on a 20 inches round cake drum. So I have finished my number 3. I've then proceeded to the carving of my 0. With the carving of my 0, again I utilized 2 layers of the 9 inches round cake that I've already cut the center, and I simply measured it, and then simply cut it into 2 perfect halves. After doing that, and then proceeded to then now my 7 inches square cakes to cutting out. I think they're about 3 inches in width to now fit into my perfect halves, in between my perfect halves of 9 inches round cake. So I needed to make sure that those fit in perfectly. So I measured out the width of my cake so that they fit in perfectly. Again, as you saw, my ruler was a very perfect tool for this purpose, making sure that it is in the same length with my number 3, as you saw earlier, and you saw that it was actually a perfect 0. Now my cakes are perfectly carved in segments. I've now put them aside to make sure that they're easily identified when I'm trying to layer them. So what I'm doing now, I'm layering them. I've started with the number 0, layering them and filling them with buttercream, making sure that each layer is as I have carved them to be. So, and using my my French Meringue buttercream to fill them up, and also to act as like an adhesive for the different segments to seal together. So that's the first layer, the first set of 0 completed. I've now filled the top with buttercream before now proceeding to now placing a second set of segments of layer on top of it to now create my perfect height and my perfect size of 0. Yes, this is how I do my carving. You might consider it a bit I don't know whether you consider it easy or not, but I think it is fairly simple enough. Some people, some bakers, they have the tins for instance, number 0 tin or number 1 tin. How many of such things are you going to have as a baker? It's not. I don't think in that respect. I don't think it is cost effective. So rather, with practice, I learned how to carve the individual numbers from normal size cakes, round cakes and square cakes. So if I'm creating a number 1, I know the majority of my number 1 would be a square cake. So that's my perfect 0 completed, filled with buttercream. So I'm now proceeding again to filling up my number 3 cake layers, and using my French meringue buttercream to do the sealing and the filling. So that's the first layer now placed on the drum, making sure that they're properly matched together, no bulges, and ensuring that I have not deviated from my size, from this original size I was aiming for. Again, I've applied my French meringue buttercream on top of the first layer in order for the next layer to be sandwiched on top. So as I was saying, I do not buy cake tins in numbers. I simply carve my numbers from normal size cakes. And even if you have those numbers, you may want to create a smaller number 3, you may want to create a bigger number 3. So how many sizes of number 3 are you going to stack up? It is not cost effective. And for the fact that it's not all the time you create numbers cake. So having the tins and spending money to purchase the tins is not cost effective, because I know, or I'm sure bakers know, that purchasing tins is not cheap. In short, baking tools are not cheap. So that's my perfect number 3 completed and filled with buttercream. So again, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? If not so, please do so now. And if you come across my video, please just leave me a thumbs up. And I'd love to read your thoughts as well. Please leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it. Don't forget to share to your family and friends, on your social media platform. I will appreciate it. And that's my perfect number 30. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next segment of the video. Do take care for now. Bye. Take care.